Yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem back again, once again, talking this boxing shit. And this video in particular is just based on the recent events that was going on. First thing first, shout out to the boxing voice. Y'all know I fuck with the boxing voice heavy. Ain't no other site in the game could see the boxing voice. Shout out y'all boys, man. Y'all know I love y'all. But they had one of the most legendary phone calls ever. Had Eddie Hearn, then Wilder, then everybody else on that shit, man. It was live, man. I urge everybody who hasn't had a chance to check that out, man. When they were speaking on the potential Wilder versus Joshua fight, I urge all y'all to go check that out on their channel. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe and all that shit. I fuck with them heavy. But yeah, also that's my voice at the end of this shit. You know what I'm saying? When you hear that, ain't no other site in the game can see the boxing voice. It's my shit. I made a record for them a while back and shit, man. That's really one of my favorite sites to go to. So I just want to make sure I show them some love, man. They deserve it, man. Boys put in some heavy work over these years. Watch them grow. Some G shit, man. I like to see it. But yeah, man, this shit right here, man, I'm going to be as honest as possible. Man, that includes when I'm discussing everybody. Because I like just about everybody that I'm speaking about. I like Wilder. I like Lou DiBella. I like, what's the nigga name? Eddie Hearn. I like Joshua. I fuck with everybody that's involved. Al Heyman. All of them. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep this shit all the way 100. Let me spark this shit up first, though. Yeah. But yeah, let's keep this shit 100. If I was Eddie Hearn, I wouldn't let Joshua go nowhere near Deontay Wilder either. Because the simple fact of the matter is, Joshua is not ready for Deontay Wilder. And I say that not to say that Joshua is not as good as Wilder, because I believe that both of them have flaws that can be exploited by the other. You know what I mean? Wilder has a tendency to be reckless, needlessly, but usually only when he knows you hurt and can't hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't always, super reckless against everybody he fought until, he had that realization come over him. Also, Joshua got the chin, the chin issues, where a motherfucker like Wilder, even if you didn't have no chin issues, Wilder stretch you anyway, but you add that into the equation, and it makes this situation very volatile for a person like Eddie Hearn, who got so much money tied up into this. But like I said, I can understand completely why he don't want to feed him to Wilder, because if he loses to Wilder, that's the end of the gravy train. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how it happens, especially if he get knocked out. If he gets stretched like Stavern got stretched, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bouncing back from that. There's no bouncing back from that. And they know it. And they know that at this point right now, there's a very good chance that very thing could happen to Anthony Joshua, fucking with Wilder at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because Wilder is proven to have a chin. So it would take, if Takam can last as long as he did with Joshua, it's a pretty good chance that Wilder's gonna last as long, if not longer. And with that, given that amount of time, he's gonna eventually land that right hand, and when he do, it's gonna shake Joshua up right now. I don't think he's defensively sound enough to be able to handle that kind of shit. They either avoid the punch altogether, or when he gets hit with the punch, how to recover. I don't think he's around for that shit, just personally. And we never really seen Wilder really hurt. I mean, we heard stories about sparring and shit like that, but sparring, you're usually working on shit that you're not good at, so you would, by logic, be more vulnerable in certain situations because of that. But yeah, we haven't really seen to date Wilder hurt, or really hurt to where he had to fight, like, fight hurt. I don't know another scientific way to put that, but it just is what it is. To me, I feel like Joshua's flaws, even though Wilder's flaws can be exploited by Joshua, I feel like Joshua's flaws can be exploited by Wilder much easier at this point. So that's why Eddie Hearn's keeping him away from him. And everything you hearing from Eddie Hearn at this point in his clique, just basically excuses. You know what I'm saying? There's no real reason other than money why they can't fight right now. But I understand. You know? I understand. You don't kill a golden goose before she laid the golden egg. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You know, so you gotta keep Joshua around. Plus, it's actually a chance Joshua might fuck around and win. Now, of course, it's more likely that Wilder pull off the victory, but it is possible. You know what I'm saying? The shit is possible. So I don't put it past me. What I will say is this: if I'm Wilder, because Wilder got boys on the ropes, man, they can't hide from him. You know what I'm saying? If I was Wilder, man, you know they're going to try to milk you for maybe 1 or 2 fights before they get in that ring with you. So, make as much money as you can. I wouldn't fight nobody that ain't worth no money right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could probably fight Big Baby Miller, but that would be a lucrative fight too. So it would be good to fight him or Dylan White. Whoever bring you the most money, Wilder gets a pass in my opinion. He can fight whoever the fuck he want to fight until the Joshua fight come along. I don't really care. I don't care if he fight Parker, and I'm not really concerned if he fights anybody else. You know what I'm saying? He can fight whoever right now until Joshua come to the play, because he put out the challenge. He sent out the video with his face saying, I'm ready for the fight. Eddie Hearn and them boys and everybody from the UK coming with the excuses. So them boys got to fight legitimate opposition. It reminds me a lot of Mayweather Pacquiao in the sense that I didn't give a fuck who Mayweather fought, even though he still fought top opposition. I felt like he was in position to fight whoever the fuck he wanted to fight, because he wanted to fight Pacquiao, tried to make the fight, and they said no. So, you know what I mean? If you can't get all the hype like you did that nigga, and you're not willing to fight the top guy. You know what I mean? The top guy calls you out and you're not around for it. That's some sucker shit in my opinion. But I do get it, so I can't really call it sucker shit. It's really more of a, secure the bag type shit. You know what I mean? Which leads to sucker shit. But it is what it is. I can't get mad at Joshua for wanting to make $5-10 million a fight, because he packing out 90,000 motherfucking seat stadiums over in the UK. Can't get mad at that, man. You gotta let that man get that money, man. 1 or 2 fights, man. But after 1 or 2 fights, 2 fights is excessive. Not excessive, but after 2 fights, that's it. I'm not waiting no longer than that. You know what I'm saying? After 2 fights, you're ducking. Like ducking. Like, right now, we're not gonna put you in the duck category. We're gonna put you in the avoiding for money category. And I could respect anybody, trying to get their bread. So I'm not gonna knock you. And plus, you only been champion for a hot minute. It's not really necessary to throw you in there by the end of the year per se. But at the same time, next year, man, no later than November, this shit gotta happen, man. If next year go by, this fight don't happen, Josh would lose all respect for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not blaming Wilder. I'm not. He called this man out. Unless he do some fuck shit on the back end and ruin the fight, I'm not. It's not Wilder's fault, in my opinion. But like I said, Joshua gets a pass for these 2 fights. He gets a pass. You know what I'm saying? So, Wilder, you do your thing. Go get you 2 big money fights, as big money as you can. You know what I'm saying? Get as much bread as you can. And then when it's time to, become king of the world, when the stage is set, you shine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in America, we behind you. We know that Joshua is a great champion, and it's not gonna be no easy motherfucking work. But at the same time, dog, we know you can do it. So do your thing, man. Like I said, at this point, man, I got Wilder 65%, 35% in favor of Wilder. I think that he got a better shot of beating Joshua right now. Can Joshua improve those odds? Yes. Yes, he can. If he became more defensively sound and showed me something, and his defense was pretty good against Takam, he still was getting hit though. You know, you don't like to see that shit. You know, I like to see Joshua because he's such a big guy, but he still do the typical boxing shit that I like to see that smaller guys do. But at the same time, man, you know he's gonna gas, and when you gas, the first thing to suffer is your defense. You know what I'm saying? So, what I would like to see is Joshua maybe slim down a little, come down maybe 220, whatever his natural weight is, you know, without all the muscle and shit. Come down to whatever that is and show me something in the fight with somebody else at that weight and see if it's a major difference, you know what I mean, just personally. Because if it is, man, and it's an improvement, it's something that I would love to see more of. Maybe one more fight at that weight and then fight Wilder, you know. Because Wilder ain't going nowhere. And I don't think nobody else in the heavyweight division lasts more than 6 rounds with Wilder. Straight like that. That's why I'm not worried. Wilder getting whoever he fight. Let's say he fight Parker. Or let's say he fight Big Baby Miller, then he fight Parker. They both get stretched. Let's say he fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury gets stretched. Although I do believe Tyson Fury provides a better dynamic because he's so tall. But his being out of shape and shit like that, you just can't be like that against Deontay Wilder. Because you will gas and you will get hit with that right hand and you will go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Wilder fight anybody, even the top names in the division. At this point, I don't believe any of them last more than 6 rounds with him. Unless they're going to run from him the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I mean, this fight must happen. I think it will happen. I'm really looking forward to it. It's probably the biggest fight to make in boxing. But, yeah, man, that's how this shit looking, man. I'm just happy that this kind of shit is happening again. It's good to see the heavyweight division popping once again. We got names that we give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a bunch of really nobodies chasing after the Klitschko's. Well, I can't say nobodies. I don't want to be disrespectful because that's not what I mean. What I mean is just people that we don't readily recognize fighting the Klitschko's overseas in Germany. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see what's going on now, man. It's good to see what's going on now. Even though I do have a great respect for the Klitschko's, man. I believe, especially Vitaly. Vitaly's, man, one of the top 10 heavyweights ever, man. His defensive game, the unorthodoxness, he was just a dominant champion, man. I mean, so was Vladimir. Vladimir is also a legendary champion. But Vitaly is one of them. He's a dog. You know what I'm saying? He up there, in my opinion. He's up there, like, with the Lennox Lewises, the motherfucking, you know, I mean, I'm not going to name too many names because he's not quite that high up on my list. But he's up there, man. He's up there. He's one of the greatest ever, in my opinion. So, at heavyweight. Let me be specific. He's one of the greatest ever at heavyweight. So, you know, I ain't tripping on my man. I fuck with Vitaly and Vladimir. Vladimir, if Vitaly top 10, he top 15. You know? So, I mean, it is what it is. It's not many more heavyweight champions in history that was more dominant than either guy. But I see Wilder, man. Whoever wins the fight between Wilder and Joshua will dominate the division for quite some time. And I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, man, make sure y'all go get my motherfucking album. It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's nothing but G shit throughout. It's available everywhere music is available. Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, Pandora, what other place? Shit, everywhere. Anywhere you can imagine. This shit is even on Napster. You know what I'm saying? Just Google me one time. Google the Supreme General. Go check me out, man. Fuck with me one time. Alright, y'all. I'ma holla at y'all. 100.